Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? So I was hitting with body punching. I heard him actually he was crying in there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, I knew he was touching and taking those punches. I was hitting with body punching. I heard him actually was crying in there. Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Boxing Voice Radio. We are back fresh off Canelo versus Jacobs fight week, Las Vegas, MGM Grand, T-Mobile Arena, Golden Boy, DAZN, TBV, hashtag TBV Podcast. Yes. Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, Julio Cesar Chavez, Roberto Duran, legends, future stars, current champions, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Tevin Farmer. The list goes on and on. The names that sat down at TBV's podcast row was amazing. We got to interview legends, insiders, reporters, everyone that had anything to do with this fight, anyone that wanted to give a prediction. We sat them at our desk. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out iTunes for all the podcasts. Man, I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, as you should know, and if you don't, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Hit that thumbs up button as it helps with that visibility of the show, and obviously it's gonna help us grow. It lets us know that you enjoy what we're doing around here, and it'll put this show in the eyes of many, many more. Don't forget to subscribe right here to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. So we're here to discuss Canelo versus Jacobs, the recap, the aftermath. Who won? Controversy? Was it controversial? Did Jacobs win? I seen Juan Manuel Marquez have a 115-113. Do you think Daniel Jacobs won, or do you think Canelo Alvarez won? I don't know. You tell me. This is what we will be discussing. In the meantime, let me head on out to my co-host in Indiana.
Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Why ain't he stayed out? Like what he said was not
stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what's up, everybody out there in the TBB universe? Yes, we're back here with another one. Good Tuesday morning. Sorry about yesterday morning, man. Shit came up. But this weekend, man, was an excellent weekend of boxing. Canelo Jacobs down in Las Vegas. I mean, who didn't we interview? Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, the little redhead. What's the redhead girl's name, man? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, we had an interview with her. Also, just a lot of interviews, man. A lot of content. I made some new friends. You know what I'm saying? Me and Lennox kind of like, you know what I'm saying, but best buddies now. You know, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, man, great weekend, and can't wait to chop it up and talk about it.
Yo, that is true, man. He did see you fighting. I like, big man, what's up? I'm like, damn, hey, Lennox, what's going on? Like, don't forget me. I'm over here too. But it was all good, man. It was all good. We had definitely a lot of fun. I'm actually watching the fight back. I kind of watched it once already while setting up. I'm going to go ahead and press play and kind of watch it again while we're just doing the show. But I must say, I don't see the controversy. I'm sorry.
I was trying to, man. Like yesterday, I watched it during the daytime, and then I actually watched it again last night. And I'm looking like, damn, what is everybody so adamant about that Jacobs won? I scored the fight 115, 113, 7-5 in favor of Canelo. I do feel like Jacobs came on later on in the fight, but I just think he gave up too many early rounds.
So people are asking where is that Lennox Lewis interview. No worries. The Lennox interview is there. It's available. It will be uploaded. And don't worry, we didn't only talk about Canelo. We kind of spoke about everything. And if anything, he interviewed us. We didn't know, he was such a fan of Mike and the show. So pretty cool.
And this guy. No, look. Now the only reason we got to Lewis interview, Mike had to go over there and butter his publicist up. Like I had to tell her, well, I wasn't lying. They were big fans of Lennox, and we've been following him for a while. And he said some things about Joshua and Canelo and Wilder that we wanted to talk about. And sure enough, she made it happen. So big ups to her, man. We appreciate it. What's her name again? This for you
Nancy.
just said Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. We appreciate it.
Yeah. The interesting thing is that Lennox came over there thinking it was all sweet, and Mike came straight for the juggler. Like, yo, man, so you had this to say about it. He's like, damn, bro, this what you coming for?
I mean, we want to know. And the only thing he said was, no, well, we'll save that for when y'all see it. But yeah, man, I'm glad we had to interview Lewis and Oscar De La Hoya. Was also a good interview. And I think that was on the page, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oscar, and we had Eric Gomez, the young man Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. I mean, the list goes on and on. The lady that did the red carpet for the zone. I mean, who didn't we interview?
Man, I don't know, plenty of people, but let's stick to the fight, bro. I know you already said you didn't really see any controversy, but can you see at least what Juan Manuel Marquez is talking about?
One Manuel had a 115, 113 for Jacobs.
I believe so. Yeah.
No, I can't see that. I can't see that. It said that I got an echo. Did you make sure that the echo thing is on?
Yeah. That remember they're on a delay, so I handled it already.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, and it was happening earlier. It's just gotta have everything. Like you have to be here. I didn't know. I thought I could set it up without you. You have to be here, so they know it's gonna be multiple guests. But that
now,
being said, should be all organized now.
We did meet Juan Manuel Marquez, but I don't see the 115, 113 for Jacobs. I mean, I was looking at the fight, I was watching it close eye, and I wasn't trying to watch it like trying to get rounds for Jacob because I know going in, people think that it was controversial, but I just think Canelo went out there, man, and boxed better, landed the more cleaner shots,
Defense,
and
bro.
Jacobs.
The defense in this fight, I think, is what set everything apart. Like it was
Jacobs
just
could not land.
harder to touch Canelo this time around.
Absolutely, like I think you brought it up during the fight. His accuracy just wasn't there. I mean, like he was missing a lot of shots that we've seen from our ringside seats. And big ups to the people at the T-Mobile Arena. Thank you for your accommodation. I appreciate it. But yeah, man,
They
it just
were
didn't seem like he
amazing
was.
seats. They were amazing. We got to meet everybody. That was the best. I think that was the highlight. The seats that we had, it put us in the right position to meet everybody. I got to meet one of my favorite Latino
If y'all would have seen that face, boy.
Spanish rap artists, man. So it was real official. Actually, Canelo, man, I mean, he brings them out, bro. I mean, he brings them out. Everyone was there. The lady from La Reina del Sur, all my Latinos, y'all know who that is. The Cartel novela, she was there. Zion from Zion and Lennox, he was there. Bad Bunny was there. What's this other dude, bruh? Oh, man. Osuna was there. I mean, yo, my man did his numbers. They
Yeah,
brought
he
out
brought everybody
the
out.
stars. I was like, whoa. I mean, Mike put me on, but this was my guy. Just wanted to play that, you know what I mean? Because Mike like, yo, who's that? I'm like, bro, the soundbite I be playing. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because he's
Man,
a
this
hater.
nigga seen Bad Bunny, and he was like, "Oh, it's Bad Bunny."
Hey yo,
It's bad.
hey yo, Mike want to play me out like he wasn't doing the same when he seen YG. When he seen
Nigga.
YG, he was like, yo YG, yo YG, yo YG, yo YG, yo YG, can I get a 400? And it's like, yo, bruh, so if you could be happy, let me be happy. You know what I'm saying? Why you on some haterade shit right now?
I just got that 400 though. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, YG, man, he was there. Dave Chappelle.
Dave
I mean,
Chappelle, yeah.
Dave Chappelle actually was a
Terrence
very, very.
Crawford and Earl Spence seemed to be seated at least in the same area. They
When
both
I say Nestor Gibbs got up and looked at Earl Spence and said, "Yo, Earl,
mean mugged his ass.
yo, Earl," Earl must have looked back and seen this.
Gave me
That
the
nigga
eye
wrote it.
roll. He gave me the
Kept
eye roll,
walking.
but it's all good. That's how I know it's still love. It was an eye roll with a little grin. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. Listen,
And for all y'all people that love Earl Spence, I'm just telling you, I actually rode into him coming out of my hotel room. And yeah, I mean, we kind of had the same rooms, you know what I'm saying? Because they're talking shit. But yeah, Earl came out. I like, yo, Earl, what up, man? What's going on, EJ? Shook his hand, and before he could walk off, I remembered this nigga's got us blocked. I said, yo, Earl, why you got TBB blocked on IG? Oh, I don't fuck with TBV. I said, yo, Earl, what we do? I don't fuck with TBV.
grudge keeping ass.
Then he walked off. I'm like, yo, Earl. And he kept walking. But I met Terrence Crawford at the fight.
And he did the
Right?
same.
Rolled down on him. Yo, Terrence, I know you don't fuck with TBV. I know this. My name Mike. I'm from TBV. And I'm a big fan of yours. He was like, oh, okay. What's going on? Gave me dap. He was like, man, do you want a picture? I was like, man, honestly, nah, not right now, man. Come find me later.
You should have told him nah because you ain't give my man Jack a picture, and that's how I roll. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I'm just for bullshit. He ain't asked for a picture.
Poor Jack from the UK. That's all he wanted for Christmas was a picture with Terrence, and then Terrence did him like that. Like, it ain't right. And then you know what's funny? At least in the Canelo fight, he was out there. He was taking pics, man. He at least took some pics, and you know, he played that role of a fan-friendly guy, right? A celebrity that. Because YG at first wasn't trying to take no pics. Then little by little, he just was like, fuck it, anybody. Everybody was running down on him wanting to pic. He just like, anybody could take one, bump it.
Like
Got
you
a
said,
super
man, he
chat real
definitely brought
quick
up
from
stars.
Alex Martinez. What up, Ness and Mike? Shout out TBV. Shout out to you, my friend. Good morning to you.
But yeah, man, I mean, the list goes on. Julio Jones, Roddy White, I mean, Mario Lopez.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mike knew
just
all the little football players. I ain't know, I ain't even
Black
know who
China was
YG
there.
was.
Black China was there, I
Yeah, we
believe.
seen Black China. She wasn't with Haney, but we seen
Nah,
him.
she was there though. It was just, I mean, the list, like Ned said, Canelo brought out the stars of the stars, man. Maverick Carter was there. I actually met him. I mean, it was just amazing how many people that the Zone and Canelo brought up for that fight, and it actually turned into be a pretty solid fight, man. I just think Daniel Jacobs, if he would just been more aggressive in the early part of the fight, he could have possibly got the nod. But I just think that he wasn't as accurate as he should have been, and the defense from Canelo was just on another level that night.
Yo, you know, Crawford, Earl, and the others, you know, shout out to y'all, man. But Canelo fuck with us, you know what I'm saying? Golden Boy fuck with us. But, bruh, I'm going to just keep it real. Like, I think I needed Daniel Jacobs to let his hands go a little bit more. Right off the bat, he gave away round 1. And then 2 and 3 easily, in my opinion, are Canelo rounds. I don't know, man. He was doing a lot of catching, you know, but wasn't really shooting. And then sometimes when we shoot, Canelo's head movement and lateral waist movement is so good. He was just making Jacobs miss so much, you know. And it looked like Jacobs was working on that left hook because it was real short. It was real short, but the problem was it was too short. He was missing that left hook. It was going right over Canelo's head or just too short, right in front of his face. But yeah, man, it was a good fight. It was a great event. I asked everyone that we could, right? We asked them, did it feel like fight week? Did it feel like a big pay-per-view fight week? I think it did. From the amount of people that were there at the weigh-in, around the T-Mobile, all the festivities that Hennessy and DAZN put together. I mean, they had like the punch machines. They had everything, man. The sponsors were giving you stuff in front of the T-Mobile for sure. I'm going to say it felt like a fight week, bro. I'm going to say I felt like it was Canelo Jacobs. I didn't feel any less... Like I didn't feel like it was any less people than the last time. I believe the official attendance was somewhere in the 20,000s, 200 or something like that. You had Usher in the building. Like it was some big names here and interested in this fight.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna end it in saying that I was 100% right, even though I was 100% afraid to bet the bank. Had I bet the bank, I would have made everything I bet back and more because we would have locked him in at a 125 and, man, did he coast to an easy decision in my eyes. Again, we're here discussing the controversy and the recap because that's what you see on social media, but I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm right along with you, man. I didn't really see it, but I do think that the fight week was pretty big. A lot of Hispanic people in Las Vegas over the weekend. El Camino, our sponsor, he was down there in Vegas. Had a great time with him, man. Big ups to him. Man, he showed people a good time. Big ups to him and his family. Thank you for all the hospitality. My homeboy Vic came down, man. What up, Vic? And man, just the fight we just seen. It seemed like it was there, man. Like everybody was in tune. Everybody was wearing their Canelo headbands. I mean, it just seemed like it was a big fight week. And even though we didn't have like the quote unquote pay-per-view, the fight was still big, man. Like DAZN did a smart job of putting all the undercards on YouTube, and then having people switch over to their platform for the Canelo fight. So I thought that was pretty smart by trying to draw numbers up, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed fight week. The only bad thing about fight week was fucking finding somewhere to smoke. Goddamn, we had to go to Italy to try to find somewhere to smoke,
bruh,
man.
The amount of miles we put in to smoke was ridiculous, bro. Like we just walked and walked and walked and walked and walked and then walked some more. And then even then, after all that walking, some people would still find a way to tell us that they didn't want to smoke in a specific place. But listen, man, I just want to say, as we always do, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, as it helps with the visibility of the show and helps us grow. Also, it just lets us know, look, you enjoy what it is that we're doing. So hit that thumbs up and help us get to the next level, which we can only do with, your help.
And you people just don't realize how much thumbs up, subscribing, and liking videos help with the reach of this podcast. I mean, we went to Vegas. Everybody want to know your numbers on your podcast, or what your reach is. Can we see your platform? Can you see what you do on YouTube? Everybody wants to know that. So this goes a long, long way to help us do more things like this and bring y'all better content. My guy Ness again added last night, man. Sent me a thing to help us improve the quality
Oh, it's over,
of our.
man. It's
about
over.
road
That's
shows.
gonna be for Border Wars for sure. That's the next time we'll be together. That's gonna be for Border Wars, and it's just gonna help us because it'll be having two different studios, man. Instead of always breaking this one down, we weren't back yesterday because of that, because of the amount of time that it takes to get this one back up and running. And look, we still had a couple of audio issues, and we needed obviously you guys to let us know that Mike was echoing until we could tweak everything. But that's the goal, to never have to touch this one. This studio's always there, and now with this new research that we've done, we should be able to bring you guys podcasts from wherever we're at, no matter if it's camp life or a press conference. We should not miss any more shows, God willing.
Let me ask you, what do you think is next for both guys? I know there were talks of Jacobs possibly going up to 168. Now, look, I think Jacobs is a damn big 160 pounder, and if he moves up to 168, I believe that he wouldn't be as big as he is at 160, and the guys who will be facing at 168 will be a lot bigger than him. But the possibility of him fighting at 168, seeing that he's probably done everything he can do in the middleweight division, I think makes for a good conclusion to his career. I think Danny Jacobs can become a world champion again at 168. I want to see what sanctioning body route he goes down. Does the IBF have a similar policy to the WBO?
In terms of what? Of moving up?
Never mind. He's not champion anymore, so it
Yeah, I was
doesn't
going to
matter
say,
if he moves
because
up.
you only get to challenge the IBF or the champion in the next division if you're champion in that division. He just lost that belt. He's just going to have to move up. Interesting, though, at 168, do you know any names on the zone that he could mix it up with?
I mean, you got Kevin Smith, but he's been talking about facing possibility of facing Canelo and somebody else, I believe. You got Anthony Sim Jr., but I don't think Eddie Hearn puts him in there with Jacobs just yet. John Ryder, who recently won this past weekend, that might be a good introduction fight for Jacobs, to get a guy like John Ryder, who just beat a Golden Boy prospect, or not prospect, but fighter, and was rumored to be fighting David Lemieux before he got hurt. David Lemieux could be possibly another option for Danny Jacobs, because I believe he was going to fight John Ryder at 168. So maybe Golden Boy and Matchroom can do some more business. But he has a win over Peter Quillen at 168. So, well, not at 168, but at 160. So that goes a long way too. I think Danny Jacobs can make an impact at 168. I just want to see how they move him along.
I don't know, man. Those matches, I don't know, decent maybe. 168, I don't know, man. I don't even know anyone they have at 168.
And don't forget, I mean, he's still advised by Al Heyman. So
yeah, but he obviously put himself in a contract.
Yeah, the IBF also, which the sanctions body that they was fighting under recently, the IBF champion at 168 is Caleb Plant. So maybe that could be a good matchup for him down the road. I mean, who knows? But I just think that Jacobs has a lot of love, and I love the picture of him and his son in the ring post fight. I thought that was a great shot and a great moment for him and his son to like look back on and just marvel at the accomplishments of his father. So yeah, man, good, big ups to Danny Jacobs.
For sure, man. It was a good fight. They couldn't hurt each other. It's funny, man. We're talking about Canelo, or Canelo's talking about possibly going up to fight Kovalev, and we're contemplating, or I am strongly contemplating that he can get the knockout on a guy like Kovalev, especially to the body, due to everything that we know from Sergey Kovalev. But I'm starting to scratch my head now, Mike. I mean, he hurt Canelo. I mean, Canelo hurt Jacobs one time. I remember Jacobs must have hit him with like a 4, 5, 6 piece, and then he just slipped in. Canelo did a left hook. that really got Jacobs' attention. But I don't know if he has this knockout power that he's going to need to beat a Sergey Kovalev. But he's obviously showing he doesn't need knockout power to get the win.
I'm not really worried about his power. I think Danny Jacobs was, even though I underestimated him going in, I think Danny Jacobs, when he fought Dimitri Pirog, he wasn't necessarily knocked out. He was just trying to get his bearings together like Fury, and the guy who was Jack Reese gave Fury a chance to get up, but Robert Byrd did not give Jacobs a chance to get up. And against Gennady Golovkin, when he got knocked down, I think that was more of a off-balance issue. So I don't think that Danny Jacobs was one of those guys that's going to get knocked out or knocked down or not try to fight. And he definitely did that.
Yeah, but all right, listen. I think you're being nice to Canelo.
I'm not being nice at all, bro.
No, I think you are being nice to Canelo. Listen, Sergio Mora doesn't have the knockout percentage or perceived power that Canelo does. He put Jacobs down twice. You can say Jacobs' feet were tangled, but Golovkin put him down. Prague knocked him out. You can say that, he didn't have Jack Reese in the corner, and that's why it was scheduled a knockout. But these guys put him down. Canelo didn't even put him down. He didn't put him down.
I totally understand that. I just think that going into this fight, Danny Jacobs was on his P's and Q's, and both guys' defense was pretty solid. But that's why the fight was as close as it was. So I'm not saying that Canelo is a knockout KO artist, but I think with his punch placement and the accuracy of his punches, he could definitely get some guys out of there in a higher weight division. We seen him knock out the same guy Callum Smith knocked out.
I don't know. Higher weight division like a Rocky Fielding is what I'm saying, and that's what he's proven. But can he knock out a guy in a higher weight division like a Sergey Kovalev, who he's plotting on? Fielding and Kovalev are two different levels. And, look, he had Jacobs backing up the whole fight. Jacobs could say he was boxing. Canelo was the aggressor. He was landing that right hand to the body, hip area. Maybe he could do it on Kovalev, but Kovalev's a lot bigger. We're talking about 15 pounds extra just on weigh-in. Fight night, who knows how many more? On top of that 175. Was Canelo just blowing hot air up his fans' ass saying that he would fight Kovalev? I'm starting to think after this performance with Daniel Jacobs, while he looked a defensive wizard, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not as sure as I was interviewing all those legends that Canelo, before the fight, I thought Canelo would knock him out. I don't know that he can even get the knockout, let alone win the fight at 175 versus Kovalev.
If he gets the knockout against Kovalev, it's going to be a accumulation. It's going to be body shots. It's going to be combinations. It's going to be something that Kovalev doesn't like. But I wasn't necessarily sure that he was going to knock Kovalev out. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that he can possibly beat Kovalev. And the only thing that's going to hinder me or give me worries is that Kovalev is the natural bigger guy. But we seen Canelo, man. Canelo is just one of those guys that is impressive when he gets in the ring. You know what I'm saying? The composure of the big fight, just the IQ level, the hit and not get hit, the staying in range, even though
the composure, I think, is one of the most underrated things about him. The fact that he can remain so level-headed, still be in control in the driver's seat in terms of tempo and pace of the fight under this stage, under the 20,000, with all the media obligations, the same reasons we tried to give the opponents, or we questioned the opponents. Oh, is it too much for Jacobs being here on this stage? We don't never question Canelo. And that's why I say I think it's underrated, his composure. The fact that this is his second fight in the contract, a fight we didn't think he would take, and he was the aggressor. He was the bull. He was the one coming forward. I don't know, man. Like, dudes better start respecting this cat. For real.
You see what I put? Canelo pound for pound, number one.
I mean, he been.
In my opinion, man, it's tough, man. Like, I'm a motherfucking Terrence Crawford lover. Like, that's my guy. Seeing what Canelo's doing, man, against the competition level that he's doing it against, from where he started fighting Floyd Mayweather and previously and to now, it's tough, man, not having Canelo as your number one fighter in the world.
I mean, listen, people can say controversial, tight, but you really can't find other fighters with the level of top competition like Canelo. Like Canelo and Danny, and Danny doesn't get the wins. Like Danny has losses and controversial wins. Canelo has no loss, well, one loss to Mayweather and some controversial wins. You know, there'll be some people that'll argue that Jacobs won or that Laura won or that Triple G won, you know? But he fought those names, bro. Like, who else is fighting all those names, bro?
But one thing that we have,
and as controversial as it is, no one's whitewashed him, right? To this, other than Floyd, no one's whitewashed him, and it's been controversial. Like all those names, and he's making it real competitive, where you think it's a tight fight. A dude that started his career at 147, again, put some respect on his name. He started his career at 147. Just respect him, bruh. Like, it's a lot of haters out here, you know? Some come from Alabama. I ain't gonna say no names. But, you know, we gotta stop. We can't. We gotta
Javier, the Floyd loss absolutely counts, bro. The Floyd loss absolutely counts. It's just the fact that everybody loses against Floyd, bro.
Not everybody looks. Since that loss, how's he look, Mike?
And that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's my whole point of.
Yo, you've brainwashed Javier to the point that now he's on your bandwagon with Elms that Dillian White deserves a title shot. That's his thing.
Good.
So how the fuck is he not giving Canelo credit for doing what Dillian White did to the level of 10? Dillian White lost to AJ and came back on a 10-9 fight streak versus top 10 opposition. Canelo lost to motherfucking Mayweather, came back with top 7 opposition?
Man, Cotto 1 year, Laura 1 year. GGG 1 year, then GGG another year, Jacobs this year. What do y'all want this guy to do? I mean, let me know, bro. Like, what do you want this guy? He's fighting niggas that we actually know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to go Google this nigga name and see what the fuck he's been doing. He's fighting guys that you know on a first name basis and know their resume, but before you even go to BoxRec.
Exactly, man. Listen,
let's get to the super chat real quick. Go ahead.
I was just going to go to Rod in the 870. He said, fight was close, but wasn't close. Canelo won 7 easy rounds, and Jacobs won 3 razor thin and 2 toss-up. Jacobs happy to be in there. Didn't go to win.
Rod 870, brother. I couldn't put it any better myself. You took the 1,000 words out of my mouth, even my goddamn scorecard. But one thing that we cannot just gloss over, bro. That nude bandage wrap on Canelo's leg. I know he was trying to hide it. He wasn't wearing the little colors that he did last time, but that needs a problem. That needs a problem. I think Chris Mannix said something to the effect that he wants to have it looked at it again and possibly may require surgery on it.
Hey man, if that needs a problem, if I'm the opposition, I don't want to see it fixed. Because my man with that knee is busting their ass and being elusive as fuck. Okay? Not only that, for us as fight fans, it's better that his knee doesn't work. That means less moving, less boxing. And probably that's the reason. We started to see that bandage since the second Triple G fight, and since the second Triple G fight, he's been in the pocket. He's been giving us what we want. So, I don't know. You know, good knee, bad for us. Bad knee, good for us. You know.
But I mean, look. I know about bad knees and knee surgeries and all that shit because a lot of basketball players get those kind of injuries, and sometimes they're bone on bone. You don't. It's a guy named Brandon Roy. He was a great shooting guard who had to actually end his career early because his knee was bone on bone, and I just hope that's not the case for Canelo. Hopefully, it's like something with a ligament or something that he can go out and get fixed.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, it's keeping him in the pocket, making the fights more exciting. Look, I'm in the round 8, bro. He stood toe to toe with Jacobs, and then his left hook was hitting Jacobs everywhere, face and body. Like, get a man respect, bro. He was mixing it up with uppercuts. He's right there, head and chest, on the bigger man, on the dude that's already show you I'm gonna go blow the secondary weight in. I'm going to be bigger. I'm going to use my weight as an advantage. And it ain't work with Canelo. He the bully. He's pushing him back. Heads on head, hands on head, just pushing him back, throwing them uppies. Bruh, I like what he did, man. I like what he did. Maybe somebody got to put together a slow-mo video to show me, what I'm not seeing. What I like from Jacobs, up and down jab. Head, body, head. But what I was yelling, bruh, I need something
Let that
behind
right
that
hand
shit.
go.
Throw something behind that right hand. Let me get
right
something
hand
behind
go.
that right hand. Up and down. He would jab up and down. Cut damn near half the ring would be, not cut off. That would be the wrong turn because you're thinking that he's rolling out the corner. But two paces behind them two jabs, and Canelo's back almost on the ropes, but he never let the right hand go. At least drop it to the body. Never straight to the head, never to the body until very late in the fight. And look, man, he's only has himself to blame. I'm not even listening. This is the third time I'm watching a fight without audio. I would love to hear what they're telling him in the corner. Look, this is the round right here where he's killing Canelo, and then bam, bruh, he hit Canelo with like seven. He doubled him to the body, right, left, came up, left, right, and then Canelo just was like eating them shits, right? The body shots definitely hit him, but then he just and he got wild with the left hook, but still caught Jacobs. That shit hurt him, backed him smooth up. I think Jacobs hurt Canelo too though one time. I remember Canelo even grabbing. I don't know if it happened yet. Hopefully not, so I could get you a time.
Yeah, man. He did. I believe that was like late in the fight. I think it was like around 8 or 9 or 10 possibly. But yeah, I definitely remember when I think he hit him with a hook, and Canelo kind of like, hold on, bro, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Chill out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You caught me with a good one. And yeah, that was like the most memorable shot for Jacobs in that fight. But I do agree with you. That jab was nice. That jab had a lot of sting on it, and he placed it to the body and to the head very, very well. Just like you said, man, you were right there like the whole fight. Like, damn, why is Jacobs not letting that right hand go? And I thought maybe it was hurt or something, but it wasn't. It was just he was just cautious of it because like the Triple G fight, all those jabs. Niggas wonder why motherfuckers don't let that right hand or right hook go against Canelo. He gonna counter your ass. You gonna get caught with some shit. Straight up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. People are I don't want to say scared, but they're cautious about throwing that right hand against Canelo because his counter
he ain't
ability.
getting no credit, man. He's just not he posted something on his Twitter, like him and his team. That same picture that we got on the thumbnail overlay right here was like him and his team, all the belts, and it's just like so many bad remarks underneath there and memes and stuff, and it's just like, what are y'all talking about? I wish there was one guy in every division as badass as Canelo that faces everybody. Like, he's literally, and we talk about AJ and give AJ so much credit for what he's done in 22 fights, but like, what's Canelo done at his age, bro? Like, isn't he still under 27 years old?
I believe he's younger than AJ.
I mean, dude's 3-time champion, multiple-time champion, multiple division champion. I mean, bro.
Been there with the best of the best of the
like
best.
this.
You know what I'm saying?
Where do you think he goes next? Obviously, I mean, I don't think he's going to. He's not. I mean, Andre has Selecki issues, but you think Nah, they got to be doing maybe Steve Ross, Gennady to see if Gennady Canelo meet in September, right?
Nah, the way Canelo talking, man, Gennady got to fight Andre to fucking even get a chance at him.
So if
Uh,
Gennady got to fight Andre, who's Canelo fighting in September?
you give Canelo one of them Steve Ross type motherfuckers. I'm pretty sure the WBA or IBF will have a fucking mandatory for him pretty soon. So I'm you may who knows they might give him David Lemieux or they may give him a UK fighter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe give him one of Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? Just to like keep him busy. I don't think the zone is gonna try to squeeze all the juice out of the lemon just yet. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man. I don't know. I would like to see Canelo.
I want to see him against Jamal Charlo. I'm with Javier. I've been consistent on this thing.
Jamal Charlo has a fight.
I understand that. I understand that. But Jamal Charlo has been the WBC interim or mandatory challenger for, I believe, over a year now.
Yeah,
about time we make that happen.
I mean, I guess that energy is cool, but it still wouldn't be like consistent with reality. How long has Brazil been the mandatory and he's just getting his shot? How long has Dillian White been the number one and he's not the mandatory? How long has Regis Prograis been whatever, emeritus, silver, and he hasn't gotten it? Like,
I mean, he a champion now. He ain't got to get it.
No, he was in the WBC. He wanted the WBC belt.
Yeah.
He was supposed to fight Ramirez.
Absolutely.
He's got some sort of He paid sanctioning fees too.
Yep.
If I were him, I would not accept the fact that now that I won a WBA title, the WBC do not honor me. That's not fair.
I wouldn't either.
They've helped Ramirez stay away.
They helped him.
They helped him. They helped him, bro. Like, Ramirez has already had 2 interim fights. 2. Right? Didn't he defend that title twice?
One that he fucking that we all thought he got gifted, you know what I'm saying, with Zapata.
So there you go. I mean, and again, it's nothing against Charlo. It's just that, like, yeah, we could start, making the campaign for it, but I just think it's soon. I think it's still too soon.
That fight won't happen next because you can't just put Canelo in there back to back with tough guys.
Not only that, but remember, isn't it something to do with Jacobs too? Like, didn't the WBC mandate Charlo Jacobs?
No, they mandated Charlo
Not
Gennady.
Jacobs. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
But Gennady said nah. You know what I mean? I'm cool on that. He didn't sign with PBC.
All right, but I think that's where the issue is going to be, and that's what we got to wait for, right? Because
how is that an issue?
Let me just tell you, because Gennady and Canelo are going to try and negotiate, and then Jamal and Heyman are going to have to be like, "Yo, it's our shot."
Hey man, hold on. Let's pause all this shit.
What happened?
Speaking of other goddamn WBC, big shout out to my guy Mauricio Suleiman. Hey man,
I mean, all right, but you know how I want to do that, man.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
But yeah, we got a big announcement coming from TBV on behalf of Mauricio Suleiman. So stick around, man. Stick around. We're going to be working overtime. We know we owe you a couple of things. So first things first, I'll tell you is subscribe to the YouTube channel right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice so you get that notification bell when we do go live with that WBC announcement show. And if you like what you're watching, then hit that thumbs up button as it helps with the visibility of the show. And you know that numbers are power. You guys have helped us get to Canelo Jacobs. You've helped us get to, guys
Earl
like
Mikey.
Lennox Lewis, guys like Evander Holyfield, guys like Julio Cesar Chavez. So just keep supporting your favorite podcast. Together, we're going to grow without a doubt. I think it's time to open up these phone lines.
I want to give a big shout out to Doomy and you. These guys did a two interviews where Roberto Duran and Julio Cesar Chavez in Spanish had a great back and forth. If I could have heard what the Mr. Duran was saying, I would have been very, very happy because it seemed like he was very, very animated, and it seemed like he was a very, very fun and cool guy. And he said that the movie Hands of Stones did not portray him correctly. So that's just a little bit of information for you guys. But yeah, man, those guys did a great job in Las Vegas. And if you want to go one step farther, head over to Patreon / The Boxing Voice, and you can be expecting a Untitled today, where we get behind the scenes and the real details on what happened in Vegas this past weekend. What happens in Vegas comes with us.
Yeah, it stays in Vegas except on an episode of Untitled.
Absolutely.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
What it do, TBV family? This your boy Dollar. If you want to beat like you heard on the show, hit me up on Instagram at DollarDibiase. That's DOLLA_DIBIASE. Let's get it.
Let's get this energy right in the morning, Mike. I think that's what we need, a little energy boost in the morning.
But shit, we don't got
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Hey yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. The Zone, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year, and I just want to get straight to it. It was a great weekend. I would say the best weekend of 2019 for boxing. The Zone took over boxing this past weekend. I want to salute Ness and Mike for the great shows this weekend with Devin Haney, Evander Holyfield, Oscar De La Hoya. These are Hall of Famers, man. Everybody hit the fucking like button right now. Let's talk about Demetrius Andrade versus Canelo Alvarez. Is Canelo ducking Demetrius Andrade? Is he the most avoided middleweight in boxing? Yes, people want to say he never fought nobody, but didn't he beat Keith Thurman? Didn't Demetrius Andrade beat Keith Thurman in the amateurs? Didn't he beat Alan Terrence Fox? Didn't he give Alan Terrence Fox his first loss? Alan Terrence Fox, he fights on Showtime. He fights on PBC. What about James Matrosian? Triple G5 veins. Come on now. People want to doubt this kid, but he's undefeated. He had a great amateur background. Let's give him some credit. Let's put him on the map. Let's put an American champion on the map. He's going to beat Canelo. Demetrius Andrade will knock out Canelo. H Money said it first. Mr. DAZN set the fight up. Undisputed middleweight championship. Let's go. Let's unify, bro. Let's go. TVV for life. Salute to everybody in the chat.
H Money this shit.
Man, bro.
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
BoxingVoice.com.
Javier, I watched the fight back, man. 7-5. How I seen it.
I'm coming on here calm and collected because I want y'all to listen and I want to hear what y'all gonna say. So you just keep telling me that it was a landslide and Canelo won it easy. Mike, you just told me you watched it twice. You got 7-5, my nigga. That's not easy. That's not a landslide.
I never said that shit was landslide.
Nah, shut up. You did. You lied. Shut up. You said
well, I mean, he
agreed with Ness. You lied, Mike.
He
agreed with Ness when he said it was easy.
Those 5 rounds, bro. I mean, I'm trying to be nice.
He beat this. What are you talking about? The last 6 rounds, he damn near dominated Canelo. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever.
Bruh.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
Bro, y'all just told me the first 4, it was close. What are you talking about? Y'all just told me it was close.
I never said the first 4 was close. The beginning of the show, I said round 1, Jacobs clearly gave it away, and 2 and 3 was easy for Canelo.
Exactly.
So 2
bro.
and 3. So then
And
what
I
happened
said
after
he
that?
let his hands go
so
the first half of the
it's
fight.
more than just 2 and 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. I'm just saying round 1, Jacobs just gave it
All
away.
right. So you just named 3 rounds. So what happened after that?
Everything happened after that. I'm just saying for
You're
you
lying.
to say. For
All
you to
right.
say,
I ain't even
look,
do
I'm
this,
just
man.
clearing. Just hear me out. I'm just clearing up a sentence you said. You said we said that the first 4 were competitive. I never said that because the first 3 I gave to Canelo.
And my first thing
So what
was
happened in the fourth?
Jacobs didn't let his hand go early, so how would that be competitive?
How did he not let his hands go? Because y'all saying it,
My
and
nigga,
then we look at the
we was
numbers,
at the
and
fight.
it's close.
Never mind, Javier, go ahead.
The CompuMax is
This your
skewed to
call.
Canelo in the first place, and it
This your
still is
call.
close when you look at the numbers. Like punches landed is close the whole fight. So it's not like Canelo is coming out here just beating the shit out of Jacobs, because that's a lie. That's not true. I'm just being honest with you. Canelo, y'all giving Canelo credit for shit that y'all don't give other people credit for. Canelo lands 2 body shots. Y'all act like that shit money round.
Cut it.
You
2 body shots.
yeah,
Wow.
boomerang status.
Yeah, he'll use it. We're gonna go to some other boomerangs in the meantime until he activates that. What's going on here? All right. So, NO, I don't know what's up with your intro this morning, but how are you? Good morning, buddy.
What's going on,
Figure that out.
I'm telling you, let me just quit
That
this.
ain't it.
Whoa, what's good, bro? Y'all got me? You can hear me?
We hear you loud and clear, champ.
Check this out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, upgrade you, dig. Shout out to all the boomerangs. They got one more left out there for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But, check this out, dog. I don't understand, bro. Jacobs came in that thing, bro, like he was Canelo and Canelo was Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Say, next you probably, well, I know Mike ain't seen it. Say, bro, if anybody ever seen the first Mosley De La Hoya fight, dog, y'all can feel where I'm coming from. That's how you take the top from the pay-per-view stock, like the number 1 fight in the game right now. That's how you take the championship and the stock status away from it. Next, you remember that fight? You saw Mosley fought that fight, dog. Mosley trainer, his daddy, Jack Mosley, told him, dog, every time De La Hoya touch you, you got to touch him 3 times. He fought that whole fight like that, man. And the 12th round, he ain't leave the 12th round in the judge's hands, man. He went out there trying to knock De La Hoya ass out. Man, Jacobs winning that thing, man. I don't know what the hell, Jacobs. And I can't blame Jacobs. Trainer, man, real shit told him everything he needed to tell him, man. Jacobs ain't want to get knocked out, man. He ain't come to fight. He came there just to post around so you can say, yeah, man, I gave him a good fight. I'm going to go to 168. I'm going to live off that, and I'm going to fight a couple of bombs up there, you dig? Because ain't nobody for him to fight up there that's with Matchroom or whatever. Now, I don't know how many fights he got left in his contract. He fought like 4 fights already?
Man, that's a brand new
contract.
That's a brand new contract after that Canelo deal.
I mean, it may be brand
Well,
new.
next, who he gonna fight? Who he gonna fight at 168? He can't fight Benavidez.
Yo, but that's just standard.
He can't fight Benavidez. He can't fight.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's standard. Like, promoters put that in their contract, like, oh, I get you a title shot, automatically re-ups you. And this one, he was already re-upping, you know? He was already just sitting back waiting to see what they offer because he didn't have the HBO deal no more. HBO was gone, so it was like, what's the zone going to offer me to fight Daniel Jacobs? Canelo Alvarez. So I'm sure, you know, they offer him, you know, a couple of fights like they did Big Baby.
So basically, you telling me he went to Matchroom to get 1 fight, and that's a wrap. Basically, what you're telling, because the GG fight was with the PBC.
I mean, he got fights though.
Wasn't he got fights.
He got fights. You never know. He said that today. He might still. They
but
might.
You're not telling me who he gonna fight.
Who else? Gennady Golovkin, Demetrius Andre. He got fights. It's like I said. He's saying that on Saturday. But they might come back and say, yo, are you sure? This is what we got at 68 for you, but we could offer you the X amount of dollars to fight Gennady Golovkin, right, Mike? I mean, he might think about it. He might be like, all right, well, let me go back and eat a little bit of rabbit food. Let me go make this money. Gennady's a couple years older, you know? Maybe he thinks about, oh, this type of money to fight Andre? Okay, maybe Andre doesn't have the experience that I got. Maybe he's feeling like, oh, Andre would be in the same position that he was in the Canelo fight. You know, just now is the shoe is on the other foot, right? It would be Andre not basically being on that star level and XYZ, whatever. But let me keep moving these phone lines. Who we got?
Who we got on deck? No UK people, man. They don't love it. If you love what you're hearing, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, man. We got 460 watching. I need 460 thumbs up, man. Every last one of you, smash it.
Donald, Richmond, California. Good morning, early out there. Why is that happening?
Yep.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, Donald?
Hey, Mike, did you like that video I sent you?
Yeah, I checked it out.
Man, I think that if Jacobs go to 168, they could put him in with Lemieux. Remember, Lemieux can't make 160 no more. That'll be a good fight.
That's what I was saying.
And then as far as Canelo, remember they didn't want to fight Billy Joe because they said he was a mover. Now, if Billy Joe was still at 160, I would have to say that the two guys who could possibly beat Canelo would be Andre and Billy Joe, because remember, we wanted to see Andre and Billy Joe fight because Andre and Billy Joe, they southpaws, they got the movement, you know, they got similar styles, so we wanted to see who was going to be the best out of that. And I think if Billy Joe and Andre would have fought, that would have been potentially the number one 160-pounder who could have been in Canelo's face, like, what's going on? You know, like, we think that this guy could probably beat you, you know. But as far as Jacobs, I was, like, disappointed. When I was watching the fight was really boring. Thank God it was on DAZN and it wasn't a pay-per-view, because that shit would have flopped like hell if it was a pay-per-view. I felt like Jacobs was just in there to go the distance, just to be like, you know, I put up a good fight and got a paycheck, because I don't feel like he was in there trying to win. You know, from what I seen Jacobs doing, to me, it looked like an Adrian Broner fight, to where we all see Adrian Broner get in a fight, and he act like he gonna do something. And then when he get in there, he don't let his hands go. And then if you think about it, when he went to the corner,
cut it.
Class and Bound in Texas.
Hey, whoa, no, cut them. We gotta go, Joseph Rodriguez Garcia.
90 seconds.
Joseph Mastermind, talk to me.
Yeah, well, good morning, TBV. What's going on? I'm still not quite sure what Javi's talking about. He's been on it yesterday, but no, it was a good fight. It was competitive. What I didn't like after the fight, though, honestly, and me being a Canelo fan, was they kind of shit on Jacobs, and you know they made it like he ran, like he didn't want to fight. I thought it was competitive. I could hear Canelo at one point in the fight. He definitely rocked him. I didn't like the idea that, oh, you know, we blaming Jacobs. Look, it's competitive. It's a chess match. But as far as seeing what's next for Canelo, depending on that knee, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't fight again until maybe next May, if that knee really needs surgery. They said he didn't do a lot of world work, and that might have been why he slowed down, although he does have a history of slowing down in the second half of the fight. So we're definitely going to have to see what happens, but I don't think it'll be a Triple G or anybody tough the next go-around. So we'll see what happens, but I'll boomerang back in a bit.
Joseph, thanks for calling in. We're going out to a boomerang.
10 seconds.
In Texas.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game on box, man. I don't know why they gonna call me, but I'm a 54-pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
That's what's going on. I agree with Joseph, man, 100%. I agree with Joseph. I saw a competitive a competitive fight. But I gotta be 100% honest, man. I expected Jacobs to come out and just let it all hang out. I didn't really see that. I didn't like. I saw like spurts of it, but it wasn't. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. Like I thought he was gonna, be the bigger guy, walk him down, land the more meaningful punches. Canelo was kind of banging on the inside on him. You know what I'm saying? And but I had it 4 rounds for Jacobs for sure, and then you could have, it was a swing round in there. You could have, if you wanted to be generous, you could have gave it to Jacobs. I watched the fight twice, but man, I'm so disappointed, man, because this is the Super Bowl of boxing. Like, let it all hang out. I didn't have him on no Adrian Broner level though. Like Adrian never lets his hands go, and Jacobs was actually trying to bang, towards the end of the fight. So you can't say that, but I'll boomerang back in if I hear somebody being, disrespectful.
Well, all right, JD. Thanks for calling in. We're going out to Class and Bound in Texas. Talk to me.
What's going on, Class?
Yo, 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 it's been quite a bit since I've called in. I've been really busy, but man, you knew I wasn't about to miss this show for anything. First of all, let me just say, Virgil Ortiz, man, he made a damn good impression on me. I was actually really concerned about this Herrera fight because Herrera usually has a habit of spoiling people's parties or coming out parties, but man, he put an exclamation mark on that fight. Like Herrera's hands went down to his legs, and I was just like, man, he's dead. Like, go check on him. Like see if he still has a pulse. That man was out. As far as Canelo and Jacobs is concerned, man, Canelo did exactly what he had to do. Jacobs would posture with the jab all fight long. He would kind of like put it in Canelo's face and kind of try to like pity pat with it, and then people want to give him credit. Bro, that fight was clear Canelo victory. 7-5, 8-4 Canelo. It shouldn't be any controversy. Shouldn't be that hard to score. If you had it a draw or Jacobs winning, you seriously need to reconsider. You need to consider another sport because it was pretty evident. Like that fight was not hard to score. Other than that, what's next? I'd like Canelo just to get his mandatory Charlo out of the way because I don't think Charlo will beat him. I just want Charlo out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. You there?
JR New Money.
JR got old money, and he went to spend it. KC, talk to me on Skype.
What's going on, KC?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I just want to say is, man, Canelo's getting better and better, bro. And he's under 30, D. Like, that's the surprising thing. And, dude, he clearly won the fight, Fuck me. And also, I just wanted to say one thing. Guys, people have been talking about Canelo against Errol Spence. I've been hearing that. And
good, man. This weekend was good. Definitely fun times hanging out with some of these legends. Let's keep these lines moving. To Rod and 870.
What up, Rod?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
All good.
Hey, I'm going to take this a different route. I'm watching a fight on Saturday, and I noticed that the commentators are full of shit, and they're the biggest Achilles heel to the boxing sport. And the reason I say that is because every time I watch these fights with a group of people, some casual, some hardcore, the hardcore understand. We don't listen to the commentators, but the casuals are swayed by the commentators. And in this fight, Brian Kenny and whoever else it was kept insinuating that the fight was an easy fight. Canelo's winning 10-2, 9-1, whatever it was at the time, a rope round. And I had to continue to inform the casual boxing fans in my house that, hey, it's not that easy. Jacobs is actually winning some of these close rounds, although Canelo is easily winning rounds, and it's looking like Canelo is winning by a landslide. And I was explaining to a few girls and a couple of guys in there that don't really watch boxing that boxing is scored round by round. You could land 100 punches in one round and two in the next round, and it's a tie fight. And so these commentators have to stop being biased. They're fucking the sport up because if I wasn't there, they would have felt like it was a robbery if Jacobs would have got a draw or maybe a decision, which it could have happened because he was winning close rounds. And I've been wanting to say that for 2 days now. I want to get it off my chest. This is the platform to do it. But what do you guys think about that?
Cut it.
Now,
Cut it.
Cut it. I did actually hear from our pre-pro chat that people actually agree with you that the commentary was kind of leaning towards one way, and it's kind of shitty that commentary does that. I didn't actually get to hear it because I didn't watch the fight with the volume on. I always watch the fight with the volume off. Just, I guess it's a habit from us doing the live fight chats. I don't want to be influenced by what I'm seeing or not what I'm saying, but like what I'm hearing from other
opinion. If you're gonna say it, can you make the shit go with what you said at the end? It didn't go with what he said. He basically described a close fight and then said it was a landslide for Canelo. That's whatever. Y'all trying to think of the name for Charlo is Brandon Adams. He fighting Brandon Adams.
Shout out Brandon the Cannon, man. Met him down in Vegas too.
Yeah, Charlo gonna go in here and run through Brandon. I ain't gonna say run through because I like Brandon. I think it'll be it'll be a good fight.
I think it will be too.
But if Charlo beat Brandon, cause I ain't gonna say it's just gonna be easy. If Charlo beat Brandon, he deserved to fight Canelo. He been the IBF interim since last April.
Look at that moving and shit, man. They're very confident on my nigga Javier calls and shit. My bad, Javier.
Charlo has been the interim for the WBC since April of last year. So it's coming up on a year and a half and a little bit. He deserves a shot, bro. It's his time, bro. Like I don't care. Pay him the money because, like I told you in the chat, Canelo the biggest ace out there is in boxing. So if he want a nigga to come to the zone, he can make it happen. You agree with me, Ness, because you hearted that chat. So if Canelo want to fight the motherfucker, if you want to fight the best, like y'all keep talking about, he doing all this, and every time he fight the best, he's a close ass fight.
But Charlo gonna have to do what Laura
he
did.
is the best. If
he's gonna have to run up in the
fucking
run up on that press conference, you know what I'm saying, and make people demand that he fight Canelo.
Charlo is not the best.
You gotta
mandatory.
You gotta make the public see, like, hey man, this guy's ducking me, or he don't want to fight me. Get on the aim, like make a big commotion. Like if you were at the fight this past weekend, you could have possibly ran up to the ring and like made a big commotion, try to get in the ring, have security block you, all that kind of shit. Go to the press conference, you know what I'm saying? Berate him there. Just make the whole boxing media and not only boxing media, just media period, know that you want this fight. You can't just say, yeah, I'm the mandatory, because we've seen sometimes that these sanctioning bodies take a while to get to their mandatories.
Yes. Let's go out to Edward in Alabama.
Yeah, excuse me, thank y'all. I was disappointed in Jacobs, you know. He I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He didn't listen to his corner. But I'm not surprised, man. Jacobs is not a smart fighter, man. I mean, it was a good matchup, and I could see him hurting him. I'm like, if you're gonna come in overweight and pay the money, why not impose your will? Why not fight a little more direct? But as far as Canelo going forward, from what I seen last night, from I guess at 160, I mean, I guess if you include Gennady or whatever, but the only dude that I think maybe can beat him is Charlo. And the only reason I can think Charlo's going to beat him is because this is his style. He's not going to be afraid to take a punch from him, and he's going to be a little more on the front foot and try to really mix it up with him. To be honest, Canelo fighting Kovalev, I know Kovalev is not in the best condition of his life, but I'm sorry, but I feel like if Kovalev comes in there and fights him and throws 900 punches like he did in the last fight, he could beat Canelo, man. I don't see it. Does Canelo have the power to hurt him? I mean, is it like, are we just gonna wash him up as a bum because he got knocked out a couple times by a couple 175 pounders? One that we could have said was pound for pound number one. So I don't know what Canelo got going on. I think maybe he should just be like, I don't think there's ever been a unified middleweight Mexican champion. I think he should just go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get Andrade and get that over with and put yourself really down in the history books. All right, man. Yeah, that's my call. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks for your call. We appreciate it. Yeah, man. Fighting Andre would be a nice feather in the cap, but at the same time, man, Canelo deserves a little break in between, and he gotta get that knee fixed before he gets in there with somebody with the skill level of Demetrius Andre. I think Demetrius Andre is a hellified boxer that sometimes it seems to me he's so talented and so good that he actually gets bored in the ring, and that sometimes makes for a lackluster fight because the opposition that's coming at him just not on the same level as him, especially in his last couple of fights, man. Those guys just been guys that I wouldn't know if you showed me that picture right now.
Let me get out to Brandon Maurice on Skype. Talk to me.
No, go to Joseph. He wanted his boomerang.
Hold on a second, Brandon. Joseph, talk to me.
What up, big dog?
What's going on? I gotta agree, man, with Ness. Charlo he's a top competitor, but he's not the best at 160. And I think the fighter at 160 that has the best shot to beat Canelo is, like you say, Mike, is Demetrius Andre. A lot of people don't know about him, but the dude is hella skilled. He's got the stylistically, that's a nightmare for Canelo, I think. He's slick. He's got great boxing skills. Charlo he's got power, yes, but he's gonna fall right into Canelo's game plan. He's gonna be there to get countered. He does have the power. I think that could change things, but I think he's a better stylistically, a better matchup in favor of Canelo's Charlo. If you want to see him competitive and have to dig deep, then you want to put him in with Andre. So we'll see. But I think Andre is just a more tough fight for Canelo. That style is just a nightmare, and a lot of people just haven't seen enough of Demetrius Andre to understand how good he really is. He had to move up to middleweight just to try to get some competition because he's been an avoided guy for a long time. He's had some promotional issues, but I think if you want to be realistic, that's what you go. I don't see the Kovalev fight ever happening. I just don't think Canelo could put him down, even with the body work. And the Errol Spence fight, man, I don't want to see that because
I think the Andre fight will be tough, but I'm of the belief that the Charlo fight will be tougher. I'm of the belief that Charlo beats Demetrius Andre, and Charlo is my opinion, not more skillful, but more powerful and more authoritative. And he doesn't play with his food. He doesn't get bored in the ring. He doesn't get complacent. He goes in there and does the job. And I just think Charlo is maybe not I wouldn't say not the best because we've seen Gennady not want to fight him. I think Charlo may be Canelo's toughest test at 160, but we'll definitely see.
All right, let's get to KC on Skype.
Hey, yo, hello. What's up, Boxing Voice? Yeah, I just want to say what I said before without getting interrupted by a naked man in my Skype. But anyway, also gonna say, man, yo, Canelo is just improving. And the scary thing is, this man is not hit 30 yet. He hasn't even touched 30. He's just getting better and better. And then I remember one time you guys were talking about a possible matchup between Errol Spence and Canelo. I like Errol. I like Errol a lot, but Canelo's just levels above that guy, dude. Like, Errol's a star, but Canelo is a superstar, if you understand my drift. I mean, Canelo's fought Mayweather, Miguel, you know, he's fought everyone. Fuck me, he's fought everyone. And I just feel like it would crush Errol Spence. That's all I want to say, pretty much.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. Looks like we got to everyone, Mike. So, yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as it helps with the visibility of the show. Plus, it'll let you know when we're going live again, which is going to be quite a few times this week. And today, specifically, let me refresh this super chat, make sure we're not forgetting anyone.
Got one from NO, says, Andre does not have the killer instinct. I I totally agree. You know, like he plays with his food. Sometimes he gets bored, gets complacent in the ring, and sometimes he should just take those guys out. I've seen it against Alantez Fox. He got complacent, and I've seen it against guy that he fought. I believe his last fight where the ref actually stopped it for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the guy wasn't even getting hit. The ref just walked over and just stopped the fucking fight.
Shout out to. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I was gonna say shout out to Seven, who's a loyal listener of the show, always in the chat. He dropped this video, music video on May 3rd. What up, Brandon?
You skipped me, bro.
Yeah, we did because we went to Joseph instead of Brandon.
That was your fault. What up, Brandon?
Oh, my fault, nigga.
BoxingVoice.com. What's going on with you guys? Salute to y'all for all the good footage and shit. Yeah, man, I agree with the last caller. I scored the fight like 8 rounds to 4. Canelo's just getting better and better. He's showing the ability to, knock out smaller guys or guys his size, and then the scary part about him, he's showing that he has the speed and the head movement to outbox the bigger guys, because Jacobs was way bigger than him. Then, he making me think that he could probably really move up and dominate 175, because he's just going to be probably too fast for them bigger, slower cats up there. So, yeah, he's improving. He's showing he's going to be one of the greats. And, like I said, I don't really think the fight was that close. I think it looked kind of slow and sluggish, and maybe the extra weight combined with Canelo's speed just, had him a little, seem like he was landing against Golovkin, but Golovkin a lot slower than Canelo. So, but what I wanted to ask y'all, man, who was that lady that was standing next to y'all at the podcast place? What lady? Who the fuck was that?
Who?
That thick chocolate lady. She was...
Yo, get some service. You over here trying to hit on women with bad service. Come on, man. Ain't nobody. She don't even want your number if you can't connect. What the fuck?
Who was that lady? She listening. She listening.
She is listening. That's our director.
Big ups to our director. I don't want to say no names because y'all niggas get on IG.
Look at Mike. You don't want to say that.
They'll get on IG and look at my fucking whole friend list and shit. Where she at?
Yo, Brandon said, who was that chocolate?
Yeah, he was serious about it too, nigga. And he was serious about it. Like, who's that lady, nigga?
That's what's up, though. Hey, man, you'll see her for Border Wars.
She coming to Border Wars too? Already then.
But I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911, on Twitter at Gross2312. Big ups to everybody out there in the chat. Thank y'all for joining us today, man. Rule 504, Rap Life, M's, Jimmy JM. What's going on? My boy, I don't know how to say your name, so I ain't gonna say Dr. Mufango. What's going on, homie? But everybody out there in the chat, man. Wayne, Fat Apples, I know y'all out there hating. Yeah, man, catch us later on today for another show. We will be doing an Untitled today and more shit. So let's go. Peace
Today's
out.
Tuesday, though. Right?
Shit, we ain't do Untitled last night, did we?
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm like, yo, does Mike know what day it is? All right, peace.
Peace.